What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here, welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into today's video, the road to 200 subs is now officially over. We are now officially on the road to 500 subs, and as I've said in previous videos, if this channel does get to 500 subs, I will open up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a piece of Exodia, Pot of Greed, Monster Reborn. The possibilities are out there, and I actually got this from my partners at Collector Store, so be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners at Collector Store, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever Collector's Rare. Because it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a Collector's Rare, because I also pulled this. A Collector's Rare Beat Cop from the Underworld from my Genesis Impact box opening that I did several months ago. This thing looks absolutely beautiful. I'm planning to get this graded at some point, but I don't really know when. But I will be getting it graded at some day. Someday I will get this thing graded. So with that being said, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue, deck profiles, card discussions, WWE topic videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys are new to the channel, and I know that a lot of you guys are, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below. Excuse me. As will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. Among the card as it sits now, what are your guys' predictions for this Saturday's WWE Payback Premium Live event? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm very curious of what you guys have to say. And also post in the comments below what you guys think is going to happen on the Grayson Waller effect when Grayson Waller has Cody Rhodes as his guest at Payback. Let me know down in the comments below. Honestly, looking at this card, this is probably like, this is something that I didn't expect, because Triple H said in one of the press conferences, I think during the SummerSlam press conference, he said that he has no intention to crowd the card with multiple matches. You know, WrestleMania may be one thing. WrestleMania being crowded with a bunch of matches, that's one thing. But a premium live event like SummerSlam or like Payback, I totally get it. But honestly, just looking at this card alone is absolutely nuts. And not only that, think about this, guys. Once Payback comes to a close, here's this page right here. This page right here will feature Payback. Next Friday will be Superstar Spectacle, and this is the last page. That's it. This is just a blank sheet of paper. But that'll be it. This book will come to an end next Friday. That's insane. It is absolutely insane. There's not much else to say about it. I don't really know. I know someone commented asking me to reveal the book. I don't know if I will or not, because my writing is like utterly trash, and the first like couple months, the first few months that I used this book, you won't be able to see who else was on the card, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to show it off, but I might not. Who knows? I know I said that if the channel got to 300 subs, I would, but now I'm contemplating it. I'm literally contemplating it, but I'm not gonna waste any time. Let's get straight into the predictions. With first up, the tag team title match, or actually rather a match for the undisputed tag team titles between Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn against the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Damian Priest in a Steel City street fight. This is interesting because now, obviously, Dominic Mysterio and of course JD McDonough are going to get involved. So in a way, KO and Sami, they kind of brought this upon themselves. But this is a rivalry that's been going on for months, ever since WrestleMania. You know, ever since then. When KO and Sami took the tag titles off of the Usos, the Judgment Day, they've done nothing but just terrorize Monday Night Raw, and they've basically made Cody Rhodes' career as well as KO and Sami's careers a living hell. And Saturday, it has to come to an end. But here's the thing: even if KO and Sami win the match, Judgment Day is going to come back, no matter what. It doesn't matter. So no one wins, and no one loses. It's basically a way. It's basically a never-ending vicious cycle. It's like watching. What would be the analogy? It's like watching it's like watching four siblings fight each other for no apparent reason. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But we do know that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are going to will be defending the tag team titles next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday at WWE Superstar Spectacle in India against Indus. So it ties into the question if KO and Sami are gonna be able to make it, and honestly, I think they will. I think they will. I think Balor and Priest's egos are just way too big for them to become tag team champions. So I would say KO and Sami, but knowing Finn Balor, he's gonna have JD McDonough get involved in the match, and I don't think it would matter. I honestly don't think it would matter, as I'm throwing him something in the trash. There we go. I really don't think it'll matter, but I'm still picking Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. It's possible that the tag champs could retain, but there could also be a possibility that we might have new tag team champions. Only time will tell. But for now, KO and Sami. Next up, we have a match that's I don't know what to make of it. I just really don't. Because here's the thing, this whole year, The Miz has had one of the worst years in WWE history. Probably an even worse year than John Cena in 2012. He's only had one victory, and that was on night 2 of WrestleMania. Night 2 of WrestleMania. That and a match against Tommaso Ciampa. So he's had 2 victories, and that's it. With LA Knight, he's had a pretty good handful of matches, and he's won damn near every single one of them. And The Miz says that he's just that LA Knight is a flash in the pan. I don't see it that way. The way I see it, I think it's just The Miz being jealous of LA's popularity, because when you think about it, because when you really think about it, LA Knight has traveled all over the world. He's won championships all over the world. Excuse me. He got signed to NXT in 2021, became the $1 Million champion, actually the second to last $1 Million champion. And look at what's happened now. He had a match with Bray Wyatt earlier this year in that Mountain Dew pitch black match. Words, ladies and gentlemen, words. And a lot of people considered that match to have been his worst match ever, but I don't know if I see it that way, but I don't know, but I think it's just Miz being jealous. I think he's just upset that he hasn't had the amount of victories this year that LA Knight has had. So the way I see it, this is a match that Miz needs to win, but LA Knight's gonna win it. I'm not even gonna. LA Knight wins, hands down. No, there's no cap. No cap. LA Knight wins. Let's move on. Next up, we've got the United States title matchup between the champion, Rey Mysterio, and the challenger, Austin Theory. Here's what I find crazy. Excuse me. At this stage in Rey Mysterio's career, he is now the United States champion. Think about that. 3-time world champion. What, two-time, 3-time Intercontinental champion? Multi-time tag team champion, multi-time cruiserweight champion, and now a 3-time United States champion and a Royal Rumble winner. Think about that. All those accolades, plus winning championships in WCW and in ECW and in Mexico. Come on. Do I even have to say anything? I don't think I do. Those accomplishments right there speak for themselves as something that's caught in my eye. Sorry guys, I got something in my eye. Okay. I think I'm good, ladies and gentlemen. But you look at Austin Theory. He's a former Money in the Bank winner. He's a former 2-time United States champion. And the way I see it, this is a match that Austin Theory needs to win. Because if he cannot defeat Rey Mysterio this Saturday at Payback, then all of the momentum that he had gotten since winning back the title from Seth Rollins in that triple threat match at Survivor Series last year, all that momentum gone. It'll all be gone, and Austin Theory is gonna have to start from scratch. Which, to be fair, it wouldn't be that bad. It wouldn't be that bad, but knowing Austin Theory, it probably is. But I don't know. This is a bit of an interesting one because Austin Theory Austin Theory's run, the current run, the run he had as a 2-time U.S. champion, winning the title the 2nd time, leading, I think from WrestleMania up until now, I think was when his run as champion kind of just dwindled down. You know, he didn't. You know, he had a few matches here and there, but it just got stale. And I think Austin Theory losing to Rey Mysterio might just be the way, because if you think about it, there's been rumors that Austin Theory might be turning babyface, which it's possible, but who knows. But I'm picking Rey Mysterio. I think he's gonna take it, no doubt about it. Next up, we got the rivalry that must come to an end between the Hall of Famer Trish Stratus and the man Becky Lynch inside a steel cage. Obviously, Zoe Stark has gotten involved so many times. Obviously, Night of Champions, then on Raw a few times, and now inside a steel cage. We know that this past Money on Raw, Becky Lynch did defeat Zoe Stark in a Falls Count Anywhere match, which signifies that Zoe Stark might be taken out for a while. Who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Knowing Trish, she'll probably have another trick up her sleeve. Who knows? But this is 2 women from 2 totally different generations. 2 icons in their prime. Trish Stratus, a 7-time women's champion. And then you've got Becky Lynch, a 6-time women's champion, a former women's tag team champion, and a Royal Rumble winner. The only woman to hold both the Raw and the SmackDown women's titles in a single run, which that right there is just impressive on its own. But she's also the first woman to pin Ronda Rousey clean, just purely clean, and that's crazy. That's pretty crazy right there if you really think about it. But not only that, apparently now Becky Lynch has a rise on the NXT Women's title, which is a title that has eluded her career the most. So honestly, Becky Lynch taking the title off of Tiffany Stratton, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I wouldn't mind it one bit, but I will say this: this match is going to be a clusterfuck, because Trish has never been in a steel cage before. From what she says, do I believe it? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, but Becky Lynch has been in quite a few steel cage matches throughout her career, so this match will definitely favor Becky Lynch. But one thing that we can all agree on is that Trish will indeed find a way to defeat Becky Lynch and prove that she's just better than Becky. But there is no way that Trish will find that way. But I am going to pick Trish to win this match, only because of the fact that with everything that's been going on with Becky, with what happened to Bray Wyatt, with what happened to with what happened with to Terry Funk, with everything that's been going on, Becky Lynch, she's too, I wouldn't say hyper, but she's too, what's the term? I can't think of the term. She's too obsessed, I guess would be the more proper term. Where as opposed to Trish, she's not that obsessed. But this is a match that Trish definitely needs to win, because by defeating Becky Lynch, she might be able to cap off her career, saying, hey, I defeated Becky Lynch, inside a steel cage. Is it possible? Absolutely. Is it bound to happen? Probably not, but I'm still picking Trish no matter what. Next up, we have the Women's World Title match between the champion Rhea Ripley and the challenger Raquel Rodriguez. Obviously, the world knows that Raquel has defeated Rhea Ripley a few times before. Is it bound to happen again? There's no way. There's no way. We all know that Dominic Mysterio, the NXT North American champion, is going to get involved. We know that Rhea Ripley is going to find a way to cheat to win. Rhea wins. There's no shot. There's no shot that Rhea loses. Plain and simple. Rhea Ripley. Enough said. Enough said. But now we move into what could potentially be the main event for the World Heavyweight Championship between the champion Seth freaking Rollins and the challenger Shinsuke Nakamura. Here's what's crazy. The last time these two fought was, I believe, back in 2018. Think about that, guys. 2018. Where Seth Rollins was the Intercontinental Champion, and Shinsuke Nakamura was the United States Champion. Think about that. Rollins as the IC Champion, Nakamura as the US Champion, and Rollins pinned Nakamura. That was 5 years ago. 5 years ago, that match took place. A dream match that no one ever thought possible. And now it's happening once again. Only this time, Shinsuke Nakamura is challenging Rollins for a championship, that being the World Heavyweight title. Now, the last time Shinsuke challenged for a world title, it was against AJ Styles over the WWE title, and it didn't work out so well in his favor. This time, he's challenging Rollins for the World Heavyweight title, and the question becomes, can he do it? Can Shinsuke Nakamura right the wrongs of what happened 5 years ago at WrestleMania? Is it possible? Yes. But this is Seth Rollins we're talking about here. Seth Rollins, yes, it's true that he has a slight broken back, but that's not going to stop Rollins from whipping Shinsuke's ass. And don't get me wrong, I'm a huge fan of both these guys. Both Rollins and Shinsuke Nakamura, they're both world-traveled superstars. They've won championships all over the world. Shinsuke Nakamura being the youngest IWGP World Champion in the history of professional wrestling. Seth freaking Rollins being a champion in places like Ring of Honor and a few other places, being the first ever NXT champion. Shinsuke being one of the first ever two-time NXT champions in history. Both are former Royal Rumble winners. Rollins being a former Money in the Bank winner. They've done it all. Both these guys have done it all in this industry, but it comes down to who wants it more, Rollins or Shinsuke. And honestly, this is a match that Rollins needs to win, because by defeating Shinsuke Nakamura, it'll prove that Rollins was able to overcome all the odds, overcome the mind games, and he would walk out of Pittsburgh or Philly, whichever. I think it's Pittsburgh, saying that I defeated Shinsuke Nakamura even with a broken back. But who walks out as champion? That's the question. The way I see it, it has to be Rollins. But let's not forget, Damian Priest also has the Money in the Bank briefcase. So it comes down to how this plays out. If both men are knocked out cold and they're like doing nothing, Priest can cash in, and he becomes the new world champion. Is it possible? Absolutely. But the last time Rollins was cashed in on, he actually retained the United States title from against Austin Theory. This time might not be any different, but then again it could be different. But I am picking Seth freaking Rollins to win and retain the World Heavyweight title. Because we know that Rollins and John Cena, think about this, right? John Cena and Seth freaking Rollins will be teaming up together to take on Indus-Sher. Not Indus-Sher, Imperium. We'll be taking on Imperium in what could potentially be the main event of the card. Which honestly, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, but I am picking Seth freaking Rollins to win and retain the World Heavyweight title. There's no shot that he doesn't. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more premium live event predictions and results in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.